dishes every once in a while.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Photo share and discussion number, I guess this is 68. What is it? August 2nd, 2014. Welcome, everybody, both live and viewing later. I've got Wes from Florida, Rui from sunny Portugal. Well, it's not really sunny now because it's after midnight, probably, or 11 o'clock, I guess.
11 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, nice and dark there. So appreciate you guys joining in. Hopefully, we'll get a couple more people in here. We've had a lot of activity in the group here the last week or so, a lot of images posted, so that's a good thing.
Awesome.
Very good thing. I'm finally making it through some more of the images I took in Chicago. Still got a couple rolls of film to develop.
Develop.
Yeah, I've got 3 done, and one that I just took out of the camera today, so hopefully develop that tomorrow. And then one more 35 millimeter roll. Maybe I can get done. Maybe tomorrow too. Um,
Nice.
so yeah, so I'll have that. I've only got one scanned in now. I've got 2 rolls flattened and pressed out and ready to scan. So hopefully I can do some scanning tomorrow as well and get some more in there. But it looks like everybody else has been kind of active with the posting images, so that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll just jump in. We have a lot. I think. We have a lot this week. I know you posted a few, Wes. You posted quite a few, Rui, and Raj posted a few. Tim posted a couple. And I think he might be able to join in here as we get going. Raj posted a couple really scary ones. I was kind of frightened with that one. Uh, I think. Let me do this. I'll start the screen share here and see. I think the last one we talked about last week was this one, the amazing dissolving Raj.
Yep.
I think. Okay. The Photoshop dissolve effect, which I think he was saying that pretty good, but maybe you should have just done it all the way down instead of bringing out the eye or that type of thing. But that's a pretty cool effect. I downloaded Creative Cloud Photoshop here last weekend. So
Yeah, how's that been?
I had to clean up my hard disk. I had a lot of junk in there, so I ran a maintenance on there, and it's running a lot better now. I think I was saying last week that it was lagging on me and not running real well. So I've got it done. I'm going to hopefully spend some time here tomorrow, first part of next week, kind of digging in a little bit and learning how to integrate it with Lightroom. But so far, I mean, it works. I mean, I've used it just primarily to process, do the conversion, negative to positive conversion on some of the film scans. So it's worked pretty good. There's so much more for it to do, though, so it's going to take me a long time to dig into it and do it, but I'm looking forward to playing around with it. So this was the last one from last week. I guess it was the dissolve effect. Yeah, pretty cool. Always fun to play around. And here is one of the images. I think this was the first one I posted from the trip to Chicago. A view from the Wells Street Bridge looking east towards the lake. And this was kind of at the end of this day where you're going to start seeing, as I post the next few images, this was at the end of the day, later in the afternoon, after a late lunch. But we were walking back north across the river back towards our hotel, and this bridge is only one way, north to south. So you didn't have cars going both ways, and there was a light at the north end of the bridge, and it was timed right, so whenever the light turned red, once the cars that were on the bridge cleared, you maybe had 30, 40 seconds before the light changed, and it was full of cars again. So I sat here and waited a couple of cycles to try to see about how long it took, and then when the light changed, I kind of pre-focused and did everything ahead of time, and then made this when there were no cars on the bridge. And the thing, obviously, I think it caught my eye was just all the lines and angles and everything in there.
Yeah, it's a great picture.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I like
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like how none of it's like super dark and not super white. It's kind of like all compressed
Mm-hmm.
kind of tones, and it's really nice.
Yeah. No, I spent a little bit of time playing with with the contrast and highlights and shadows and that type of thing. This was mid-afternoon. It was a pretty sunny day. 100 speed film, and I want to say that the shutter speed was whatever I got to get around a 250th of a second, something like that. So it was probably, I wanted a fairly, I think it was about f5.6 or f8 at a 250th of a second. Um, so yeah, it came out pretty good. All just the different angles and everything, and managed to catch a couple of the buildings. The Marina Towers, which is one of the more iconic sets of buildings in Chicago. You see that all quite a bit. The bridge up. So yeah, that came out pretty good.
What's the building with the clock on top of it? Do you know what
That
that is?
is the Merchandise Mart.
Okay.
Yep, that's Merchandise Mart. There's the Westin Hotel there. The Marina Towers. And then back behind the marina, which you can't see, would be the Trump Tower, and on which you'll see the other, looking back towards this bridge from farther east, in the other image I posted here. So it's a cool city. There's so many buildings. Like everywhere you turn, there's a building that you want to photograph, and they're cool. Now this one, Tim posted this, and I saw the title, and I was trying to figure out what it meant, but then it hit me. He said old school problems, and it was because he had a problem with his film camera advancing. He thought he was advancing frames, but it wasn't doing anything. So he ended up getting this really cool multiple exposure image.
Yeah, happy mistake.
Yeah, I mean it's just a very well done image. It's like, boy, you put a lot of work into getting that just right, and as it turns out, he had no idea he was doing it, which is half the fun, I guess. But it turns out looks like it was an engagement party, and people were drinking Heineken. Here, she's drinking Heineken. Yeah, I mean, it turned out to be really cool. So I made the comment.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I made the comment. Let's see somebody with a high-end DSLR try to do that. So it's just one of those, like you said, Wes, one of those happy mistakes. You're like, ah, dang, it didn't advance, and you develop it, and you're like, hey, that's not too bad. That's yeah, that came out really cool. That's something that I would hang on my wall. And it's just pretty cool. You got people talking, a couple different conversations going on. This is probably I don't know if this was the first or the last image, but this is probably the main, maybe his girlfriend. I don't know. I have to talk to him and find out. But it came out pretty cool. I really like it. So sometimes film can surprise us in
it's unpredictable things.
Yes, dreadful ways and happy ways too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, Raj has posted a few, and here is his selfie. And, some nice light on this. I like the lighting on this. Looks like maybe there's a window or something off here to his left. And he's got a very contemplative look on his face. And yeah, that's a nice. It's a nice.
Yeah, I guess he was doing channel on YouTube, I guess, and he was trying different lenses and different focal lengths that would fit best to his place into the video.
Oh, okay.
And trying the lighting, and he told me the wall behind him is not that good looking.
Okay.
So he was trying to get the best lens to have that smooth effect on the wall, and also have good quality, and not that bad of a depth of field. So maybe this is him trying one of those lenses.
Okay.
Maybe some post-production.
Yeah, it doesn't say what the lens is, but yeah, I mean the background is definitely, it is very smooth. And you can see, I mean, you can see different colors, but there's not really much texture. It's just kind
not
of,
much detail.
yeah, it's just there. So you can
Yep.
see it, but it doesn't really draw. And what's interesting about it is, and I don't know if he thought about this when he was doing it, but this side of the image has the darker colors in the background.
Yeah, against the lighter on his face, yeah.
The face, yeah. So that ended up pairing up very well. So that's a really good shot, actually. So this is something that's going on. He's setting up a YouTube channel page, I think. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll have to check it out. That's a nice. That's a very good selfie. Way to go, Raj. Nice. A lot of thought went into that one. It wasn't just set up the camera and hit the button and sit down.
Yeah.
That's nice. Very nice to see. And here's a little bit of an abstract light painting, I guess. Red and white light painting. And I don't know where he was. Was this maybe in front of a really smooth white wall? I don't know. I haven't done any light painting. Have you guys done any?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll stream maybe next week.
Okay.
Some few shots.
Okay. So I know that's something I want to try, but I've never really done it myself, so I don't really know the process. I guess it would be just a real dark spot, and then use something to generate the light, and then move it around on a long exposure or a series of exposures, and then you blend them together.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. All right. Well, this is.
But this is very hard to tell how it was made, right?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it looks like maybe a close-up of an abstract painting or something. I mean, it's the lines are very, very smooth. I mean, very distinct, and you've got several different of them.
Shades.
Yeah, from dark to light, and then
a great desktop background.
Yes, that is a great background. That would be very unobtrusive, different, but nothing that would block things out. Very nice. Doesn't know if he has any. No. Very nice. I had to favorite that one. That's a neat one. Nice color, yeah. Very creative. Now, from that very kind of creative and peaceful, this kind of frightens me.
It's crazy.
It's a cool effect, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, wow. I think he posted this maybe Sunday or something, and I was going through, and I was like, oh. This is done with Photoshop, I'm sure. And is this a set effect, or is it something that can be fairly easily replicated in Photoshop? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
This would be mostly just apply a texture to some other object by masking, I guess.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So maybe like texture of like a dry desert floor, dry lake bed or something, and drop it on. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Now I'm looking.
Yeah, he's having fun with Photoshop.
Yes, that is.
You can tell.
Yeah. It's a cool thing. Yeah, and then that's one of the things I'm looking forward to is to play around with it a little bit and do it. But yeah, this is very cool. He cleaned it up a little bit. He missed a little bit on the ear there. But I mean, that's a very stunning effect. I like it. Gets that stark white back. Just made the background completely white. It's very cool. Interesting. Little Photoshop magic. It looks like some more light painting.
Also interesting.
Yes. Very, so it looks like he was maybe using who knows what that was to generate the point of light. Maybe a lighter. It
says there's a candle in the things down below there.
I lit a candle. It was the only light in the room. Took long exposures. Moving the lens towards and away from the light. Oh, okay. So he lit the candle and then moved the camera around the candle, basically. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So instead of having the camera there and walking the candle back and forth in front of the lens,
Yeah.
move the camera around
Maybe.
the point of
Yeah,
light.
that would be hard with a candle.
Yeah, but that's what gives the kind of the randomness and the flickering of the flame, and very interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, inspired
Very
to
nice.
try that. Yeah, that is very cool, and it's a neat pattern too.
Hmm.
Very nice. Pretty cool. All right, really got a few from you here, and this looks like an interior shot of a church.
Yep.
Okay, tell us a little bit about this one.
Again, the blue.
Yeah, lots of blue.
And then, yeah,
Favorite
and then
color?
not really, but
Mm-hmm.
it got my eye against
Mm-hmm.
the gold from the windows and
Mm-hmm.
the sun coming from the right and in
Yep.
front. So I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically it.
Yeah, you got some neat lines going in. Nice tech. The roof. You can see the individual boards
Hmm.
in the roof. And it is a neat contrast of colors. The gold uh, right at the base of the peak of the roof that lines it. So yeah, very cool. That is a neat mix of colors. And you did okay. Yeah, the 18 to 55. Okay, wide angle,
Yep.
1/13 of a second of 3.5. Okay, very nice. Yeah, that's a neat mix of colors. Pretty cool. And pretty old church, I would imagine.
Yeah. Not one of the old ones, but yeah, it's
Hmm.
not that recent also. So
Yeah, some nice
pretty old.
woodwork on the railing there too. Very nice. Like it. Here we go, taking the shot of the corner of the building, top to bottom.
Hmm.
That gives a neat effect.
Yep.
And is this in the same general location as that last
Yeah.
shot?
Yeah, it's the same village.
Oh, okay.
And this was a building was renewed
Okay.
and used as the base for some association, local association. So
Hmm.
they're using this. I like the building and then the contrast of colors, the shade on the left and then the sun
Hmm.
on the right.
Yep.
Yeah, it almost looks wet on the sides, like very shiny.
Hmm.
I guess that's granite or something on the side there.
Yeah.
Yeah, really picks up the light really nicely.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a neat. It's
Good
like a
camera
line right in the middle of the frame that divides the shadow on one side and
Yeah,
the light on the other. And you get a neat shadow on the along the
The right
base.
side. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of going up. So yeah, that's a neat, very cool. Yeah, I like the light and the dark and the mix. And the sky is kind of consistent across, so it doesn't really go away. And you've got the walkway or the cobblestone there. So yeah, pretty cool. Nice shot. Okay, this is interesting. Looks like statue of two kings. Looks like.
Portraying king and queen.
Okay.
I guess the right is the queen. Because
Okay.
this location is actually a city with castle walls. So it was a castle, and it's a village inside.
Okay.
So this is a monument to portray the king and queen, and it's made out of granite, I think.
Okay. Very
So yeah.
interesting texture on the side.
Hmm.
Lots of ridges and lines, and the sky is great. It's a nice, very interesting sky. The
lined up the shadow perfectly. That's really cool.
yeah, yep, yeah, that is very nice. Yeah, that's a nice perspective on that too. It was probably the only way you could get them both in the frame, too. But
They
imagine,
were
they look like
pretty
they were kind
tall.
of tall and skinny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they were pretty tall.
yeah. That's,
And in this shot, I was actually laying on the ground.
okay.
I'm getting used to it.
Yeah. You've got to do it if you want to get a little bit different perspective.
Yeah.
One of the things that really can make turn just something real basic into something pretty interesting. Just get low to the ground or above it or anything outside of just normal walking around viewpoint.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's neat. Nice light texture. The colors are nice. Yeah, the shadow is very nice. Did you do much to like increase the clarity or anything like
No,
this?
just a bit.
Okay.
Most was pretty much like this, straight out of camera, but I just put a little bit of contrast,
Okay.
and maybe some clarity,
Okay. Yeah.
just to bump a little bit of the texture.
Yeah. Yes. There's very nice texture in the stone. So yeah, very cool. Nice perspective shot. I like that. Poco Mestre.
The master as well.
Okay.
That's what it says.
The king and queen's well, basically. That's cool. That is, once again, you're probably lying on the ground on this one.
Not actually lying, but it was pretty low.
Yeah, yeah. That's once again a nice nice mix of texture and color too. I like the little splash of, I guess it's yellow or whatever.
Yellow paint, I guess.
Yeah. And then the sign there, this little, I don't know if that's moss or lichen.
Yeah,
or
that's
something
moss.
on the rock. The texture of the fountain, with the bolts in the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very nice. And then the window up here too, with the very weathered wood frame. And there's a nice reflection in there too. But yeah, lot of different components in here. Neat perspective. The focus of it, the well is kind of nicely placed. Yeah, it's a nice shot. Once again, not bad. Very cool. Same village as all this, as those.
Yeah,
other
yeah,
three?
yeah.
Okay. And Matt tending to his vending machines.
The same village. If you notice, top right corner, that's the stair.
Okay, right up here.
So that's actually the wall.
All right.
And yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I like it better in black and white.
Yeah, this is, I think, definitely, it probably looks a lot better in black and white than it would in color. He's got a great
expression.
Yeah, very. He's like, I don't know if he's sneering or. Did he notice you before he took this or not?
I guess not.
Yeah, yeah. Standing outside his shop, catching a quick smoke. It looks like, and yeah, once again, very yeah, lots of texture, nice and black and white. You get a little bit of a hint of what's inside the shop in the background there.
That was a pub, I guess.
Okay.
Kind of bar.
Mm-hmm. And what was in the vending machines? Bubble gum or something, huh? Yeah. Huh.
On the right, there's those little balls with a few toys inside.
Okay.
Small toys. Yeah. And on the right, there are bouncing balls.
Okay. Little rubber balls, super balls. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it is a bar. There's the martini glass on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So we know it's a bar. Okay. Cool. Yep. Nice shot. Yeah, that is definitely one I think that is probably looks a lot better in black and white. Very nice. Nice contrast. Same village?
Yep.
Okay.
This is actually at the gates. This building where they're standing is a part of the wall.
Okay. All right. You got three guys there. They noticed you.
Yeah.
They're looking at you. They just noticed you, right? It's right before you took the shot.
Yeah, right before.
Yeah.
I took the shot and thank you.
Walked away.
Yeah.
But this guy's got his slippers on, it looks like. Yeah.
Mhm.
He's got
Mhm.
slippers on. So he probably lives in the village.
Yep.
We're just out in the sun.
Out in the sun. Yeah, it was a not that cold of a day.
Uh-huh.
It's actually nice, but it was in the autumn, maybe,
Okay.
if I recall correctly.
Okay.
So that's why the sky also has many clouds.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna see, I guess, in the next one,
Okay.
it got a little cloudier
Mm-hmm.
as the day went by.
Okay.
So this is when we arrived. I guess one of the first shots I took.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's very nice. That's a neat three guys sitting on the
Yeah.
steps.
Just hanging around, talking.
Yeah, that's a nice street shot. Very cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And is this the outside wall of the village?
And this is actually inside
Okay.
one of the
Oh, okay.
towers.
Looking up towards one of the towers. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the village is down here, and then it kind of goes up a little bit to around the wall and the towers around it.
Yep.
Well, this is nice. You got obviously all the brick and stone there, but then you've got the grass or moss or whatever it is leading up to it. The sky, some neat clouds in the sky.
Hmm.
It's a very nice, neat texture in the sky. Almost looks like they were kind of brushed in there. You know, like the clouds are brushed in, but they were probably just real high, thin clouds. Yeah, it's neat. Neat perspective on that. It's probably well above, up on a little rise to get up to the tower, right? From where you were standing when you took the shot.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, wide angle shot. I love that kit lens. It's a good lens.
Hmm.
Does a pretty
Yeah,
good
it
job.
is.
Yep, does a pretty good job. Very nice. All right, here's another one from Chicago. The Bean,
The bean.
the Cloud Gate. Officially, it's called the Cloud Gate, but everybody calls it the Bean because it looks like a giant kidney bean, basically.
Yeah.
And it's always, I don't know, it's been there for 6 or 8 years. I think it opened up in 2005 or 2006, right before we left Chicago. And the few times that we've been back in the city, we always go by there because it's a huge people magnet. Obviously, everybody goes there.
Hmm.
The reflections are kind of interesting. And this was in a handheld HDR. It was it was a pretty bright day, so
Oh.
it was pretty easy to get, even on the underexposed side of things. I think the minimum shutter speed was still 125th of a second, 2 stops underexposed, so it was still pretty good. And I think it had, what was it? Yeah, 20 millimeters, so it was a fairly wide angle shot.
Yeah.
But didn't do a lot to it other than dump it into HDR effects and kind of just let it do its thing as far as merging the three together. Didn't go real crazy with the settings. This is one of I've got a base setting that I didn't do much with. I kind of saved it, and for just outdoor landscape stuff, it works really well. It gets me probably 80% of the way.
Hmm.
Of the way there. So I just tweaked a little bit, dumped it back in, and cropped. There was a person out here that I cropped in, and it ended up, yeah. So I cropped maybe 5% or less around the edges.
That's very nice.
Yeah. Came out
And got
nice
lucky with
reflection.
the sky also.
Yes, it was a nice
Yeah.
day for this type of thing. Nice puffy clouds,
Yeah.
blue sky.
And I bet if that cloud wasn't there, you would have the sun directly on
The sun was. This was. I don't know what time was this. What time? Right around noon, 11:30, quarter to 12, something like that. So yeah, I mean it was summer day, sunny, and the clouds were moving around a little bit. But as you can see, yeah, there was a big cloud there.
Mm-hmm.
That yeah, would have been a lot brighter. We hung around here for maybe 25 minutes or so. I took a few film shots and then a couple um, with the DSLR. And yeah, I mean, it's just a light breeze. The clouds are moving. Sun was kind of popping in and out. And the people too. So you got to try to. There was a huge crowd of people right before here that were swarming around it, so I couldn't really get a shot. And I was like, I got to hurry up and get a shot in before another bunch of people show up. It's impossible to get it without people unless you just go first thing, very early in the morning or maybe at night.
There's a technique. If you take several pictures and then mask out all the people as they walk by,
Mm-hmm.
and just leave the empty space, maybe you could get a clean shot.
That would be bizarre because then you could mask out all the people here, but they would
Yep.
still be reflected in the beam.
Ooh. That would be great.
Yeah. Be like the Matrix version of the beam or something. Yeah. I still have the 3 images, and I could maybe do that. That might be fun to play around and see if I could just mask out as many people.
Yeah, a few people.
Mask out a bunch of people and then just leave them in the beam. In the reflection. That might be an idea. Might be a good way to just practice with selection and masking and because this is 3 exposures. 2 over, 2 under, and
Mm-hmm.
theoretically the correct exposure.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, so it's kind of fun, and it's lots of windows, and this section of town has a lot of cool. Here's the Trump Tower here in the
Mm-hmm.
background. This is, I think, one of the Prudential buildings, and there's a couple other ones. So yeah, it's a neat section. And here's one from John. John pops in every once in a while. It seems more in the winter he joins in, but he is in Denmark, I believe. And here's an image, water skiing. This is, assuming probably the setting sun. So you got the real large, bright orange sun, and there's somebody out on the water. So that's a nice. That adds a little bit to just kind of like the standard sunset shot.
Mm-hmm.
You got somebody going right across the front of the setting sun, and it's taken on July 29th. So yeah, probably just a few days ago. Lots of color.
The colors are great, yeah.
Yeah, I mean
From the warm to the cool.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Yeah, you got all that bright orange and yellow, and then the water down there. So yeah, that's an interesting. You see sunrise and sunset shots all the time, and sometimes it gets hard to find some way to make them a little different
Mm-hmm.
because they're all cool, but there's so many of them out there. It's a neat thing to
Yeah,
photograph.
just to do something different. It's a challenge by itself.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And this was neat to have just this subject going across, and nothing else on the water that you can see at least.
Yep.
So yeah. So that's a nice shot, John. I'm gonna favorite that one because that's a cool little sunset shot. Very nice. All right, and here's the last one I posted this week. I just posted this morning, I guess. Worked on it a little bit last night. This is maybe a mile east. The Wells Street Bridge was behind these buildings. Around the river kind of curves around, so the Wells Street Bridge is around the corner that way.
Mm.
And then so we're east now, pretty close to the lake. If I were to turn around, you could probably see the harbor at least from where this shot is taken. But this is looking back west up the Chicago River. This is the Wrigley Building, and then Trump Tower here. So they're right next to each other. Here's Michigan Avenue. This bridge here is Michigan Avenue. So Wrigley Building's right there on Michigan. Trump right behind it, and obviously can't fit. I guess you could, but you'd have a weird perspective, and I wouldn't be able to get any of the river. And I tried it. Trying to get all the tower, and it just didn't look good. I mean, this tells you enough about what the building is because it's got the big giant Trump on there, which I guess raised a huge ruckus in the city They were like, "You can't put your name on the building," and he's like, "Sure as hell can.
Watch
It's my
me."
building."
Yeah.
They put a
Just watch me.
Yeah, and he did. And it's a cool building. I mean, it does fit in. It does fit into the skyline. It's a very nice building. But yeah, you definitely know whose building it is. But yeah, so this was kind of, you got the Wrigley Building was built in 1920, 21. It was the first, I guess, the first tall building on the north side of the river. All the other stuff was south. You know, this is south down here. So this was the first tall building, office building on the north side of the river.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess this was all like the warehouse district and all that. And Wrigley built that first building there. And now, of course, there's hundreds of tall buildings there.
Yep.
But yeah, I cropped this one a little bit more than I normally would.
Yeah, it looks like a 6x7.
Yeah, it's a little smaller. It's still mostly a square. I mean, I might be off a little bit, but there was this building here was kind of a weird angle. There was a couple rows of windows that just didn't look right, and then as I did, that was the most annoying thing. I wonder if I can show the before. Got it. Let's see. Let me see if I can show the before. That might be interesting. Now you guys are seeing that. Sorry. But yeah, so I cropped a fair amount over there, which reduced down a little bit, which wasn't a bad thing because the sky it tended to be a lot of sky.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, it came out pretty good, and then as it worked out, got just the corner of the boat there, one of the water taxi boats. So yeah, it came out pretty good. I've got another shot from this same roll that was taken up the street and looking through the building. So you have the Tribune Tower over here, then the Wrigley Building, then the Trump, and those are kind of the three more famous buildings in that particular section of Chicago. So I'll have to see how that one looks. But yeah, went pretty good. All right, Wes. We got,
nice one.
Yeah, you were leaning right up against the base of this wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually pretty much set the camera on the ground and just shot it up.
Okay. Very cool. That is very cool perspective. And you got the line, the window ridge line about right spot. Yeah, 1/3 up. This one about 2/3 in. Yeah. That is very cool. You got squared up nice. And then some interesting sky at the top.
Yeah.
So that's a neat. You even got the bricks lined up on the bottom here.
Very nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's very nice square. I mean, that can be tough to do. How many did you take a number of images and then?
Yeah, it took about 4, I think, before I could get it where it was, pretty much lined up.
Okay.
Because I couldn't really see anything. I was just basically setting the camera on the ground and shooting up.
Yeah, you don't have a live view to be able to see what the camera was seeing. You just kind of lined it up, took a shot, looked at it, and then moved it around a little bit. Yeah. Yeah,
I was using my little mirrorless camera that doesn't have a flip-out screen, so the screen was on the ground, so I couldn't see it.
Oh, is that a new one? It's the EOS M? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's not new. They put it out a while ago, and it's pretty much a failure, but I was able to get a really good deal on it.
Okay.
So.
As long as it was a good deal.
Yeah.
Now, what size sensor is it? It's not an APS-C.
It is. It's APS-C. It's the exact same sensor as all the cameras. So.
Okay.
And I have an adapter so I can put all of the EF lenses and EFS lenses on it.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's the main reason I bought it. Is it's easy to carry around and I can use all my lenses on it too.
Mm-hmm. And why I have heard of it, but I didn't really look too much in it. Was it just nobody just bought it because everybody was going for the Lumix and the OMD?
It has focusing problems. Like sometimes it just will not focus at all.
Okay.
I heard there was a firmware update to solve that.
It's better, but it's still
not good enough.
Sometimes you'll go to take a picture and it'll it'll beep like it says it's got focus, and it's completely out of focus. It doesn't. It's weird.
Okay.
Okay.
It seems to have to do with more things that are close up. If you're shooting things that are a decent distance away, it does pretty well. Just really close stuff, it doesn't do well.
Okay.
Manual focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Autofocus isn't good at the close-in limit, I guess. Then. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so very good shot. I like that. That is.
Yeah,
great
knowing
texture.
that, this is even better shot.
Yeah. Texture, color, lines. Yeah, it's a very, very nice one.
Mhm.
And here is Tim, the picnic. And was this? I don't know if this was probably with his. Doesn't say. Probably the with his D40. But just a nice crowd scene, people having a nice conversation there. Nice sunny day in England. Not, one of the 2 or 3 that they get, I guess.
Yeah. It's a sunny day. Let's take pictures.
Yeah, exactly. Let's have a picnic and take some pictures.
Yeah.
But no, they're definitely in talking about something there. They're pointing out, and she's just kind of hanging out, saying, "Yeah, whatever." Yeah. Shot nice crowd scene, and then we got another one here by US. The is that a little wasp? Bee. Okay.
I guess it's a B. I don't know.
We got that in the University of Florida.
Oh, that EXIF info, it's actually doesn't have anything to tell what camera it was, but he put it on the tags. It was with the Canon AE1.
Oh, okay.
So with
color
EXIF.
film. Yeah, I guess I should read the
color
tag.
film.
Color film. Okay. I'm terrible for not reading the tags. I just like looking at it. But thank you, really, for pointing that out. So this is a color film shot. So it's even better because it's from a film camera.
Yeah.
That's a nice shot. Yeah. Okay, cool. Read the tags, Mark, I guess is the lesson. So this was shot with your 70 at 300 millimeters. Okay, so you were pretty close to this when you got this then.
Yeah. This is that Tamron lens we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
That had the
nice.
$100 off, and so yet another purchase there.
Another great deal.
Yeah, it was. I'm glad I got it. I was planning on getting it later this year anyway, but I couldn't pass up that $100 off.
Was that the one that was the Adorama deal? Is that what that
Yeah.
was? Okay.
It was B&H, I think.
B&H, okay.
Yeah.
Does this one have IS?
Yes, it has very good IS.
Nice.
It has creepily good IS. You know, you're framing your shot, and then you go to focus, and the IS turns on, and all of a sudden everything just gets still in the viewfinder. It's very disconcerting at first.
Wow. Oh, it's,
Awesome.
They claim 4 stops, and I believe it.
okay.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
Hey,
Raj.
Raj.
Hi, Mark. Sorry,
Hey.
I'm late for the
Oh,
party.
it's okay. No problem. No problem. We're just talking about Wes's new Tamron lens purchase that enabled him to get this nice shot
Amazing
of the,
shot. Yeah.
the bee on the flower. Yeah.
And that's a very sharp lens as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very
All right.
nice.
Just a question. No budget, you get a choice to get, like, for example, you get one free lens from B&H. Which one would it be?
Oh, one free lens. I would, just because I'm in the market for one, I might get a macro lens, maybe the 100 millimeter macro or something like that.
Rui?
That's a hard one. I always love to have a tilt shift, so maybe a tilt shift.
That'd be nice.
And US?
Or I guess maybe like a 24 to 70 2.8 or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Same in my case. Yep. 24 to 72.8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But
And that's what you would get, Raj, would be that one then? Okay.
Or
All right.
maybe
Now,
the wide one, like really wide, the fisheye one.
8 to 15.
yeah, the 8
10
to
to
15.
I think there's a Sigma one for DX body. I think 10 to 16, 10 to
Mhm.
16 2.8. That one.
I guess they released a new one. Can't recall the
Is that the
focal length,
$1,000 one? The one for $1,000. That's the one, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
I know Canon for the Canon crop sensor they make a 10 to 22, which is
yeah, I tried that and that's really really good.
yeah. I
The
rented
latest,
it
the
a couple
Canon
years
one.
ago.
No, there's one which was launched like really recently from Canon. I think it's 10 to 20 or something like that. That's not even very expensive.
It's
It's
like a 10 to 18, I think.
yeah, something like that. The latest one. It's not very fast. It's like 4.5 to something,
Hmm
4.5 to 5.6 or 3.5 to 4.5 or something like that. But
Okay.
it's really cheap. It's not that expensive.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's something about it. And man, every time I hear some lens gets out, I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. I've been
But actually, one of the other options for a free lens would be the 70 to 300, because it's actually great lens for portraits also.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. And now is it like a 3.5 to 5.6? Is that the kind of the
It's 4 to 5.6.
4 to 5.6? Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
4 will be there till 105, and then it goes up, and at 200 it will reach 5.6, and then it stays 5. That's the like
Okay.
constant after that.
So 4 to 100. That's not too bad. I mean, it's reasonably fast.
Yeah, at 105, it's like it's a good distance. I mean, you don't have to be like very far from the subject, and because of aperture 4, you get like a decent depth of field because of aperture, and a proper compression as well. Because on DX body, 105 becomes somewhat around 150.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's about 105 is like a 175 almost
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
Canon
some
crop.
175 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's I've the only thing that's deterred me from buying lenses is I've been buying film cameras. So that's my. But I will probably go back and now I've been going back and forth on whether I even want to switch to. I'd love to try one of those Sony the full frame mirrorless ones. Like
A7.
Yeah.
Yeah, the A7.
A7R and A7S.
Yeah, that would be. I guess there's not a lot of lenses, or at least affordable lenses for them right now. You can get
Yeah.
Zeiss, right?
Hmm
But those are
Yeah,
multi-thousand.
that's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem
When
with
something
Sony.
different, you have to step up.
Yeah, and it
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
be too
the good
bad.
part is, yeah, the good part is it has E-mount that's compatible with like any and every lens available in the market. So there is one adapter available for any kind of lens for Sony
Yeah.
E-mount.
And with focus peaking, you can use all your film lenses on it.
Yeah.
Focus peaking is the best in Sony, but
Yeah.
there's no comparison.
What are the bodies going for? About 1,500 to 2,000, something like that now.
I think 2000.
Okay.
It should be somewhat around 2000.
Okay.
It was. I haven't checked it for some time now.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't have a lot of lenses for my EOS. I have the fisheye, the 8mm, which is a manual focus, and I have the 15 to 85, which is the EFS lens, and then the two kit lenses. That's all I have for the. So I haven't invested a lot of money in lenses. So if I switched, I could probably, especially on the 15 to 85, I could probably sell it for almost what I paid for it. Because I bought it used, I could probably still sell it for $400. I think I paid $425 425 for it. I could probably sell it for 400. So now I just need to come up with the $2,000 to get the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$400 gets me. I could probably sell the EOS body for, I don't know, what would that go for? Maybe 150, $200, 250 maybe. I don't know.
200 or 300 probably.
Yeah. So I'm up to 700. So now I still need $1,500. Okay. Might be a while. Anybody want to buy some large prints of mine? If you guys buy like 50 prints each, I can buy a camera.
But I think you're like this Canon is a great camera. You don't need to switch camera.
No, I'm just joking.
You know, this is what I was thinking about today. Like a friend of mine asked me, like, should I upgrade from? He has an old D3100, and I told him, like, instead, why don't you invest in light? You know, photography is about light. It's not. I mean, get control of light. Invest in better lens, which will let better, more light come into your camera, or invest into strobes, or into like continuous light if that's your thing, or reflectors, or modifiers, or something like that. Light will give you much better pictures than the camera. I mean, camera is just a sensor and shutter, right? And you might get like slightly better ISO and then something like that, but ISO always comes at a compromise of grain, and at the end of the day, camera is like your job is done. Even if you have like 450D, even if you have, like old camera, your job is done. What you need now is some better way of lighting your subjects.
I would agree, and that's the especially now. I mean, the DSLRs, even the ones that are 3 or 4 years old, they've got plenty of megapixels. So it's a matter of what you do to light up the megapixels, basically. And it's how many megapixels? I mean, there's great people doing great photos with 40Ds that are 10. What are they? 10.1 megapixel.
Yeah, I guess.
All the EOS stuff is what now? At least 18.1. I mean, my T3i is 18.1. I think they're still using the same sensor pretty much in the T.
Exactly same sensor. Yep.
Yeah. They may have improved the autofocus a little bit. Maybe the autofocus is a little faster, but it's the same sensor.
Yep.
So no big change there. So yep, you're right. Invest in a good lens, a faster lens to allow you to have more flexibility in situations and be able to make more with the light that you have. That's that's a big one. Okay, you've convinced me, Raj. I'm going to keep my camera and I'm going to buy a lens.
How about your medium format?
I'm still looking for one. Yeah. I'll probably get something in the fall. I mean, I've just been so busy. It's going to be I've been going back and looking at the Hasselblad too, but I think the Bronica might fill that void.
Mm-hmm.
I can get a little bit more reasonable price, and get the ability to switch lenses, which is the thing that I really want. I wish the Rolleicord had was the ability to different lenses, because I love the format. I love the square format, and I could get. Somebody said, yeah, you should get the Pentax. Was it the 6.7?
6.7. Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, yeah, but then I'd have to. I still like the square format better than the rectangular, and I think I just stick with the square format. If I'm going to shoot a film camera, I like our medium format. I love the square is really it for me. So I've just got to find a key.
I like the rectangular one. That's my taste.
Yeah, it's the 6.7 would be great for that. The Hasselblad or the Bronica would be good for the square format. So I got to do a little bit more research. Maybe that'll be the holiday gift for me here this year.
I don't know if you guys know. Do you guys know the Bliss wallpaper for Windows XP? Bliss was like default wallpaper for Windows XP. The blue wallpaper.
That countryside with the grass.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That wallpaper was shot on Hasselblad, this camera, a medium format, 60. That's I don't know. What's the size of the format? The rectangular medium format size.
Okay, probably a 6.7. Yeah. Huh.
Interesting.
It's a very nice image. Hey, Tim.
That place is in San
Hi, Mark.
Francisco.
Hey, Tim.
Hi,
Welcome.
Tim.
I think it's going to have to be a fleeting visit, Mark. I'm at my volunteer group.
Okay, no problem. We were discussing your incredible mistake image a little earlier.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ones from you, and you didn't even know you took it.
Yeah, so it was a beautiful mistake.
Yes, it came out very well. Yeah, that was very cool. So you think it was the film advance is sticking? Is that what you're
I
thinking?
don't know. So I only done it for 2 frames, then it went back to normal. But so it's the first time I've had the slightest issue out of the AE one.
That's kind of interesting. I wonder if there's maybe there's just something on the film at that particular point.
Yeah, it was that film's the first time it was T-Max 400. It's the first time I've ever used it. It was really springy, the film.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if it sort of managed to lift itself off the sprockets as I was winding.
Okay. That could have happened. Yeah, I mean just enough pop off the sprocket that it didn't advance, and then it caught again after you did 3 or 4 times. Yeah. Yeah. That's probably as good an explanation as any, because if it's not doing it now, it's probably more to the film than the camera itself.
So I've got a roll of Agfa in the camera at the moment, so I'm going to quickly run that through, see if it does it again. But it's never missed a heartbeat, that camera.
Yeah, it's probably a film issue then. So well, anyway, it worked out good. Very good. So and then I was looking at the picture of the picnic, and it's like, oh, he must have shot that with his D40. And Rui says, no, you got to read the tag. It says film. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. The reason I put that one up, that one is quite a significant photo. That was my first colour film development.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was the cheapest film in the world.
It turned out very nice.
Yeah. So I've read a lot of people in there go, it's so hard, it's so hard. Probably not. If you do black and white, it's just colour, it's just temperature critical.
Okay.
Oh, really?
So which kit did you buy?
The Technol kit.
Okay. All right. And you got to keep it at, 76 or 78 degrees?
100 degrees Fahrenheit.
1 degree, okay.
Yeah, and there's half a degree variance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how precise it's got to be.
Wow. Okay. So you've got to keep it, what you do, like a water bath, and then make sure it was stabilized before you pour it in the tank?
That's it. You have the bowl sitting in a sort of bucket of hot water.
Okay. All right. And then after that, you don't need to be as critical for the was it the Blix? Is that what they call it?
Yes, there's developer, Blix, and stabilizer.
Okay. All right. So the developer is all that is critical in the temperature?
That's critical. Then I think you can have I think 86 degrees I think you can drop down to for the next one.
Okay.
You just have to watch shock in the film with a sudden temperature change.
Okay. All right.
Then it's a slightly different order as well. You do your development, your bleach, and then you do your big rinse then, and then the stabilizer goes in with no rinse afterwards.
Okay.
Which actually, they dry better. I suppose because it's a chemical, not water. I haven't had the drying marks on the colours.
Okay. All right. And how long is it development time?
3 minutes 15 seconds, no matter what film it is.
Okay, as long as it's a C41, it's good. Okay.
That's weird. I thought surely it's different for 400. Like, nope.
Okay. And you can use how many rolls? How many films will you be able to get through that kit?
The pack reckons between 12 and 16. Everything I've read on the internet, people are getting 20 out of them without a problem.
Okay, 35 millimeter rolls, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 120 is probably the equivalent. Each 120 is probably worth 2 35 millimeters.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what it was. It does say what it is. I think 8 to 12 for 120 it quotes.
Okay.
And then 12 to 16 for 35.
Okay. All right. So you get about a third of 30% reduction.
Yeah.
Okay. That might be worth a try. I mean, that would be. I've been tempted, and sounds like it works as long as you get the temperature right.
Yeah. I thought, because I know if you get the temperature slightly wrong, you then suffer a colour shift. Your colours go slightly off. But of course, these days with scanning, you probably could salvage the film.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably correct them with the computer.
Yeah,
So you
you could
completely
correct the
lost
color
it.
shift. Yeah. Now did you use you have a flatbed scanner now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you just scanned it in, and it came out. You didn't have to do a whole lot of stuff after you scanned it, right? And it came
No,
in pretty
actually,
good.
the colour scan quite quick. You know the Epson software, it sort of does a smart thing, what it thinks it should be, and sort of thing. No, you're pretty right. I agree with you.
Okay.
So yeah, I've done very little to that.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
That is neat. And I don't think the Tetnol kit is that expensive either.
No, it was £15 over here.
Okay.
So
All right. So yeah, it's like you
20
probably got
bucks.
$1.50 to $2 a roll.
yeah, I think that's what worked out. I know against my local lab, I've only got to do 4 films, and I've got my money back.
Okay. Yeah, because you pay about £4 or £5 per roll.
Yeah, it's about £5.50 to get a film developed.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's that's pretty easy to make up the cost difference then. That's good. Good. Well, congratulations. That's a very nice image. Well developed, and I think I'll be buying because I have some rolls of color film that I haven't shot. I think it would be good to buy myself a kit and try it. What the heck?
Yeah, well, say just recently, a shop over here called Poundland has just there was a tip off on Google Plus forums. Someone goes, if you live in the UK, Poundland selling film. So just of course it means £1 a film, which is ridiculously cheap.
Wow.
So, yeah, so right, I go and buy a bunch of them there. I don't mind experimenting on £1.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Agfa Vista Plus, huh?
Yeah, it ain't too bad actually, because I've developed the second roll of film I've done was Kodak Color Plus, and I feel that's softer. I wasn't as pleased as I was with the Agfa.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Okay. Good. That's you're the first person I know directly that has developed color film. So it works. Have you done any of that, Rui? Have you done color
No,
film?
no color.
Color film. US? No.
No, I'm still haven't. I want to try developing at some point, but probably start with black and white.
Yeah. Black and white black and white's a good
starting
starting
point.
Yep.
Do.
Yeah.
I tried loading a color film and that didn't go through, properly, so I don't know if that counts.
Yeah. It's the hardest part in developing is loading the film on the reel. That's still the hardest part for me. And, most of the time I get it right, but I'm about. Let me see. I've developed 44 rolls of film, and I've had 2 that I've messed up. So that's about 95%. Not too bad.
Yeah, I've been alright with development. I've just had a couple of creases with accidents with the loading reel.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Mine have been complete and utter failures where I couldn't get it on the reel at all. I mean, I just got frustrated and I opened up the bag and that was it. End of story. I just got pissed off and was like, nope, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm done. Sacrificial roll of film. Bang. Never know what I had.
Yeah.
Was that when you had the metal spiral?
One of them was a metal. And then I had one recently, which was a test roll. It wasn't really anything good. I mean, I didn't expect anything on it, but it was I was shooting a friend's Pentax 6.7, trying it out, and I shot 2 rolls, and one came out okay, but the other one I bungled on the reel, on the plastic reel, so it wasn't too bad. The first one on the metal reel was like my 5th roll of film that I developed, and I thought I had some good shots, I thought, but I'll never know. But yeah, for the most part, you just got to take your time and not get frustrated easily. If you get frustrated easily, it's not good.
Yeah.
Very difficult if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's lots of practice. Buy a roll of film, practice in the light as much as you want before you try to load something up in the dark by feel that you hope you have a good image on.
That's actually a very good trick. You buy a film and expose it and practice. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so I'd had one I accidentally exposed, so I used that as a practice one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you just keep it around and do. I did 15 before I tried one for real. I just had the roll film, and I did 10 kind of outside in the light watching as I did it, and then I did 5 in the bag by feel, and then used a real roll of film. And I made it through like 4 or 5 before I messed up a real one, and then I went like another 30, and then I messed up another one. So
I had about
That's an
10
accident.
practice. I had about 10 practice reels, and they all went absolutely fine. Then as soon as I went for the real one, that one was the nightmare.
yeah. Well, it's a lot easier when it doesn't matter. You know, it's the same process, but for some reason, when you're like, oh, okay, I got to get this right because I might have some images on there, then everything just like game. It's like playing in a game versus practice, you know. But it's not that hard. You just got to take your time, and it's fun. I mean, it's definitely a lot more steps than digital, but the end result is usually pretty good. So, it's a good thing.
What about printing?
I have not done that yet. I've just been scanning. That's the next step, and I will probably do that over the winter. I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago, I got a buddy that is setting up a community photography studio, and I think that's going to be done sometime in the fall. And our hope is to set up regular development and printing classes, so people can learn how to develop and then print.
Nice.
As well. And then he's got a couple large format printers and a high resolution scanner too, so we'll be able to scan and print as well. So I think I'll wait for that, be able to, relatively low cost and some experienced people to kind of help through the process. I've got some, as I've been going through and developing stuff, I've got a few negatives that I've identified that I would like to print on paper at some point. So that one, and we'll take those and see what we get. Fun stuff.
Nice.
So, yeah, it'll be fun. All right.
It'd be good to talk
Mark,
him
I think
into
I'm going to have to leg it, Mark.
What's that, Tim?
So I think I'm going to have to go, Mark, because I did say it'd be a fleeting visit. I'm here with someone. It's a bit unfair on them.
Okay, no problem. Glad you could pop in.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad I was able to pop in.
Yeah.
I'll see you next week.
All right, take care.
See you, Tim.
Bye.
Yeah.
Still, Jim.
Yeah, that is probably a good spot for me to leave as well. I've got to go fix some dinner here, but got some good images, so let's keep posting this. I've got I was telling the guys earlier, Raj, that I downloaded I got Photoshop Creative Cloud working pretty good on the computer, so I'm going to start digging into that a little bit and playing around with it. So I'll try maybe the cracked face effect. Maybe I won't be quite as scary as yours. But
how about Trump Tower crumbling?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there were
could
two,
do that,
there were
yeah.
two kinds, right? There was the crack effect that I went for. That was like a female face and like beautiful one, right? And I wanted like a masculine crack, so I went with the ugly one.
That was a very neat effect, and it's definitely attention getting. When I scrolled into it, I was like, wow, that's pretty nice.
I didn't get a single like on my Facebook.
It's a good image anyway. Who cares if nobody click like?
Yeah, I think they didn't like the crack part. I think they found it disgusting or something like that.
It was disturbing, but it was interesting too.
Yeah.
It wasn't ugly or bad. It was just kind of, it's not something you expect to see. So that was that's what made it interesting. All right. Well, thanks for staying up late or getting up early, Raj. I know it's probably like 5:30 in the morning there, something like that.
It's 4:45.
Okay. Oh. Welcome to Sunday.
It's already, in India we celebrate Friendship Day on first Sunday of August.
Okay.
So it's Friendship Day in India. So happy Friendship Day, guys.
All right. Happy Friendship
you
Day.
too.
Happy Friendship Day.
Yes.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining in, Wes. Really, as always. Thanks for
No problem.
joining the melee that is the photo share and discussion. So try to get a couple more images posted here from the Chicago trip, and look forward to whatever else anybody else posts. We'll go through them next week.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for joining in, everybody. Thanks for watching, and
See ya.
we will see
Yeah.
you later. Take care. Bye.
Bye.